Hello everyone and welcome to the Film Whisperers. We're two movie nerds that talk about film-related issues with a contemporary lens. My name is Saj and I run a blog called sajlovesfilm.com.
And my name is Matthew and I'm also a very passionate movie lover and I work in the media. So today I thought we would start off the program, the very first inaugural episode, by looking a bit at 2019 in film, what's been the good, the disappointing, the weird. But before that, I thought we should chat a little bit about our background. So how did you first fall in love with movies?
I think we're going to go back a few decades now. But I think with me, I'm going to call out my brother at this stage. I think he was probably the biggest influencer in me liking film. We used to watch a lot of film together as kids, and I just decided to hold on to it as a passion and pretty much do nothing else during my school holidays. And so I think I just found this passion for film at a very young age. I would actually pick watching film over playing a sport, which is what a lot of the other kids did. And I just haven't stopped. What about you?
Can I ask over those, well, before I talk about myself, can I ask over those anecdotes? Did you develop an interest in a particular kind of movie? Do you have what are your favorite genres? What are your picks?
I think, as a kid, especially when you have an older sibling, you tend to watch whatever they watch and you tend to, be influenced by their decisions. But I believe as I grew older, definitely films that have a strong female lead became something that I was very fond of watching, and still to this day. Anything that has a very strong feminist theme, anything that discusses racial issues, that's definitely probably a genre that I absolutely love.
For me, I guess I grew up with my twin sister, becoming indoctrinated in a way by my older cousins who made us watch a lot of horror movies. So for me, when I was little, I remember watching all the kind of 80s slasher movies and all that kind of stuff. And I think from that, I just developed a really immense love for going to the cinema and watching movies and stuff like that. So I guess as a natural byproduct of that, horror is definitely a genre I really like. And I guess the cinema studies nerd in me also really likes art house films. But I've got a pretty broad gamut, as I imagine you do as well. Today we just want to talk a little bit about, 2019 so far in movies. And I thought it would be great to start with, what's been awesome.
Yeah.
So what's been awesome in movies? So is there a film so far? We're past the midway point now.
Yeah.
Is there a film that's been for you wow, this is incredible. This takes 2019 for me so far.
Yes. For me, it's going to be Booksmart. Have you seen it?
I have.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay. Yeah. So I would definitely give that a 5 out of 5.
Can I ask, when you watched it, were you going in expecting it to be amazing, or you didn't know anything about it?
I did know a bit about it because I believe it came out in America first, and then it made its way to Australia. And there was a post that one of my friends put up on social media that said something like, "Oh my God, watch this film! It's really great." And then I'd heard about it, but I did not know the production behind it. So I did not know it was written by women. It was directed by Olivia Wilde, and that's when I thought, okay, this sounds very appealing to me. And I just went with an open mind. I don't believe I even saw the trailer, and I absolutely loved it.
And I feel it's 2019, so we're almost at the end of the 2010s. I feel there have been some okay teen films that have come out in the last 10 years, but to me this is kind of the teen movie of the decade. I don't know if that's too much of a stretch to say.
I think if I look back from 2010 to now, the only other film that I can sort of say has been great to this standard was probably Easy A. And again, both very strong feminist themes. One's about slut shaming. This one it's completely different, but it's about, I guess, the way they tackle certain issues, mainly around sexuality, was definitely very, very progressive. The two main characters. So for those of you that haven't seen the film, it's about two girls. I believe it's their last week at graduating, and they realise that, as the title suggests, Booksmart, they've just been bookworms and they haven't really done anything fun. And they realise that the other people in their school, they've done way more fun stuff. So they decide to have this one crazy night out, and things just spiral out of control. But I don't know. I know it's a very simple concept and it's been done before, in films like Superbad, but there was something different about this.
And very fresh, I agree. I feel like the casting and just the way that all the characters were written was so of today's time, in the sense that it was incredibly intersectional and diverse. Not that there haven't been queer characters in other teen movies or multi-layered characters. I just like that it was, very feminist, very queer, and it just very felt like, a 2019 movie.
Yes.
The way that Mean Girls perhaps would be the definitive 2000s teen film, or Clueless would have been the 90s one. I feel like Booksmart, to me at least, thankfully like 1 year out before at the end of this decade, has just been like, yeah, to me this takes the cake in terms of teen films in this decade.
What about you?
So maybe this shouldn't come as much of a surprise given what I was saying earlier about my horror upbringing, but I actually really loved Jordan Peele's new film this year, Us.
Yes.
So Get Out, which I'm not sure if many of you have seen, came out I think 1 or 2 years ago now, probably 2 years. And it was incredible. Like, it was a fresh horror movie, it was unique, it was original, but it also had all these kind of political layers and social messages which were amazing. So it kind of set the bar really high. So when I went into Us, I was really excited, but I was also like, couldn't possibly kind of match up to that. But in some ways I feel like it did. It's a different kind of film. I actually feel like, as opposed to being, it still is political, but it's more of a traditionally like framed movie in the sense that it's more of like a straightforward horror movie, but there are kind of hidden layers in there as well.
Yep.
And I really liked it. I really like that Jordan Peele is bringing something different to horror, not only doing unique and original movies, because the market in terms of horror is saturated with remakes and sequels and all this kind of stuff, so I appreciate that he's doing something new. But I just really love that, I guess, he's also positioning African American people and people of color in horror movies. I
was about to say the performance of Lupita Nyong'o was
amazing.
Just absolutely amazing.
Yes. Because like when I grew up watching, I mean, of course, I was like in a country town, so I guess I was kind of sheltered in a way, but you know, it's in hindsight, it's really clear that like horror movies back in the day were just so white, and so like it's always like if there was a person of color, they'd be killed off really early and all this kind of stuff. Like they'd be very tokenistic. So it's kind of cool that Jordan Peele is carving out this space where like people of color can watch horror movies and enjoy them, and also see themselves in them too, and like see them in the protagonist or the heroine or whoever, like Lupita Nyong'o or whoever. So yeah, I really liked it, and it still kind of had the cliche horror conventions which I go to watch horror movies for as well. So that was really fun. And I like that I kind of, I guess, for Jordan Peele, not just with Get Out, but also with Us, you know, you can watch it and kind of also read between the lines about, you know, commentary that he's making on like the US today, like in terms of the way, the disparity between like poor people and rich people and African Americans and white Americans. So yeah, that was definitely an amazing movie for me, and Booksmart was also really high up there as well.
So there you have it. What's it? Booksmart and Us. Yeah,
that's all you need to know. There's only two movies you need to see.
Yeah, exactly. So hopefully watch it if it should be available on one of the streaming apps.
Yes. Well, you've been watching The Film Whisperers on Bent TV. I'm Matt, and this is Saj, and we will see you next time.